Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to another Emblem Roar review channel. Today will actually be the first review that I'll actually be publishing only on YouTube. So I figured I'd start out with a great game that I've been talking about lately on my vlogs and everything else, and that's going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now obviously I have the Let's Go Eevee out of its box. If you guys have watched my vlogs, I actually did purchase both Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee on the same day. I kept Let's Go Pikachu in the original box just because, you know, I only wanted to play one of the games. I didn't want to open both of them. So yeah, to go into, you guys, if you haven't watched my previous video, I'll be sure to put a link into the description as well. That video was discussing of why Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee could be the best Pokemon game that we could ever get. I still stand with that, you guys. This game was just amazing from the very beginning to the very end. It's been out for a couple weeks now, you guys, and I'm still enjoying playing it. I've already replayed it. I've already collected all the Pokemon. I've been having so much fun with it, you guys. It's insane. So where is this going to take Pokemon, you know, next? Because if you guys recall, this is actually not the serious hardcore game for the Switch that Pokemon has announced for the game. We're supposed to get a trailer next year, and it's supposed to be coming out next year, hopefully still, if everything's working out perfectly. So I'll go ahead and discuss that later towards the video, but let's get into the game now, because as soon as you guys opened it, if you guys haven't played it yet, it's basically, we're going back to Pokemon Yellow. We're able to go back to the story of, apparently it's red, but it's not red. And what I mean by that is, when you start the game, you create your character like any other Pokemon game. Whether it's a male or a female, you get to choose your rival, although your rival is already set as a male. When I first went into it, I thought that it was going to be Red and Blue, aka Ash Ketchum and Gary, if you're going by the TV series. So when I went into it, I gave my character, you know, I went and just gave my my name, and then I made the other character Ash, because with Let's Go Eevee, I wanted to go with a Gary Oak style type. I really wanted to go with Gary's Pokemon from the Johto / Kanto region, and going on from there. But as soon as I really got into the game, I later did find out that Blue was actually in the game, which blew my mind because of the simple fact, you know, it's awesome because that means Red's in here. Later down into there as well, I found out that they put the Japanese rival in here as well, Green, which is a female Pokemon trainer, which I've never actually experienced battling. So that was really awesome for them to integrate both the American and the Japanese version games into here. Now, as choosing for the Pokemon, like I said, I went with a Gary Oak type style. So, you know, I had my Eevee, I had my Nidoqueen, I had my Golem, I had my Alakazam, and I switched a lot of Pokemon around. And then when I finally got to the Elite Four, I had, let's see, I had my Eevee, I had Magmar, I had Electabuzz, my Blastoise, obviously, because in the TV show, Squirtle was actually Gary's first Pokemon. So reliving that and going for a different aspect was really awesome. But like I said, I collected all the Pokemon, so I have all the evolutions, I have everything, which is super awesome. Now, what made this such a great game, you guys, is not only because we finally got away from the handheld and brought it over to a main system, which is very big, because the only games that we got on the main console was like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, and stuff like that. You know, those other Pokemon games, which were great, but this was an actual Pokemon game that we actually grew up with. So to be able to have this brought over to the Switch made it so much better. Now, I played this on the dock mode, I played this on the handheld mode, I even took the Joy-Cons off and made the little screen. And I compared it to all three different versions, and I gotta say, you guys, having it on dock mode was so much better, because the simple fact was this little thing right here, the Pokeball Plus that you got for free if you got the $100 special. I think it was only at GameStop, or if you pre-ordered it somewhere else from like Nintendo and everything like that. And I gotta say, you guys, I was very hesitant to be able to use this thing. I thought, okay, it'll be interesting, it'll be fun, I'll be bored with it though after a couple hours. But I used this thing more than anything else. I loved it. From the simple small effects of the sound, from using the Pokeball, to the vibration of the Pokemon trying to escape, and to the satisfaction of making that little click sound when you actually caught the Pokemon and you saw that green light. Now, I really enjoyed this. This not only did work for catch Pokemon, but it worked as a controller, so you can choose your items, you can choose your Pokemon from battling to just switching around, being able to pet your Eevee. They did a lot of work on this Pokeball, and I'm really glad they actually came out with this. This was amazing, so I'm super happy that they went ahead and did with this. Now, the game only goes for the Kanto region, but they did announce a lot of Alolan things, which, if you guys don't know, is basically the newest generation of Pokemon, which is, they mention in Pokemon Sun and Moon the Kanto region in there. So they did equivalent a lot into it, so it was super awesome for them to bring this. So that means that the other regions are in this game, so there is a possibility we can get a bunch of other regions with other different games and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping to see how that is. But one thing that was really cool was I think it was like right off the bat, like in Viridian City or Pewter City, I ran into a Pokemon trainer in the Pokemon Center, and I actually ran into a lot of different trainers in different cities that were asking, hey, I want your Rattata, can you trade yours for mine? And at first I was like, what's going on with that? I don't want to trade one for another. But when I finally went ahead and did it, was with the Geodude, and I actually found out that it was actually the Alolan form type Pokemon, which is amazing because of the simple fact it was just so awesome for them to integrate Alolan Pokemon into here. So that gives me hints of what's going to be the next thing going on for Pokemon. So that was a big thing. The gyms were amazing. I love the details that they put into it. The battle system was amazing. You know, it was just, the entire experience of it was just amazing. Now, because this game was so amazing, am I giving this game a perfect 10 out of 10? No. And the reason why, you guys, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 is because of the simple fact with this game, it's supposed to be used to get kids, the newer generation of kids that have a Switch, brought over and get them more hyped up for Pokemon games. Give them the experience that we experienced back in the early 90s when Pokemon first came out. Now, I still play this. I'm 26. I still love this game. I'm gonna pick up a Pokemon game, especially for the Switch. So this game wasn't just fixed, but it was very hyped for kids because it gets them more excited for the next games coming out, whether it's gonna be for the 3DS or more Switch games. So that was really awesome, but they really did make this game super easy. There were times that I was playing this game and I was just like, okay, I'm bored. I'm able to catch Pokemon, be able to be on my phone and watch YouTube while playing this. So there were those dull moments. I was like, okay, I'm just ready to get this over with. I want to go to the next city. I want to battle someone. I want to go to the next gym. So you do have those experiences. Yes, it happens. You know, this game can't be a perfect 10 out of 10. At least in my books, it can't be a perfect 10 out of 10, because if it was perfect, it would be rainbow. We would have all the regions, which I'm still hoping that Nintendo eventually gives us something like that. So that's the reason why I'm giving 9 out of 10. It's just a simple fact. It's just, it felt too easy. But for the rest of it, it was great, especially when they changed it. I was very hesitant for the fact that they changed how we catch Pokemon. And, you know, being able not to battle them, except if it's a legendary Pokemon like Mewtwo or the birds or, surprisingly, even Snorlax. You had to catch them like the Pokemon Go app. You know, you take a Pokeball, you throw it at them, and you hope that you catch it. There's no battling, there's no tricks or anything. The only thing you can do is give them a fruit and see if they like it. And then you just have to hope that you get the right spot with the right Pokeball and everything like that, and hope that they like it. So that was one thing that was hesitant, but I actually liked it. It was actually a good feature for them to do. It was something new, something fresh. So for them to do that, I give Nintendo and Pokemon a very great credit for that. That was very awesome and a very great idea, which made me love the game even more. Now, how it works for leveling up, they gave us the EXP share, which I've never really liked using in Pokemon games. I always felt like it was a cheating way. But for this game, you have to use that EXP share, because the simple fact that they eliminated the battling system and you have to rely on catching Pokemon. It makes it very quick, and it makes it a lot easier. So that way you're not having to struggle throughout the entire time, which could, you know, make the game even better in my books. But at the same time, it was just one of those things. I enjoyed it a lot more being able to use the EXP share. Am I going to use this for, you know, future more hardcore Pokemon games? Probably not, because I like to be challenged. I like to be able to have those risks. So I like it for this game, but maybe for hardcore games, I don't like using the EXP share system. So we'll have to see and wait. Now, I know I'm like all over the place for this. I'm going from point A to point B, but that's just because, you guys, I'm still so excited. We're into December. This game came out almost a month ago and I'm still enjoying it. I still play this while I'm playing Smash and playing a bunch of other games. This game is just amazing, and I've been waiting to do a review on it, but it's just because I've been trying to get as much details and secret messages in this game that I just can't wait. So that's basically how I feel about it, about the game. I give it a 9 out of 10. If you guys don't have this game, you need to pick this up. This game is just amazing. And if you can't afford this one, you know, buy the game, and then later down the road you can buy this separate. This really does make a difference. This really does help the game, and it just makes it a whole new experience, especially when you're playing on the dock mode. Now, as I was saying earlier in the video, where does this leave Nintendo with Pokemon? Now, we have a new hardcore game coming out next year. They haven't released any new details. They haven't told us anything. We're probably not going to get anything until maybe March or April of a hint of a new Pokemon game. They did tell us earlier this year that they will have one next year for the hardcore Pokemon gamers, but you know, we haven't got anything yet. So I'm predicting maybe March or April we'll get a hint. E3, they'll definitely show us something either the week of or the week after during that time, and then we'll just get more and more hype for the new Pokemon game. Now, where is this going to lead us off for Pokemon Let's Go? Now, the simple fact, if you guys have watched my last previous video, I said straight off the bat, Nintendo can't just leave it like this. They need to branch off on this. If they want to get more people more hyped up for Pokemon games and get the experience, especially with the kids, they need to give us the other regions. That's why I'm hoping, you know, we don't get the Alolan next, we get the Johto region. And what I mean by that is because, simple fact, I want to go from chronological order. Go from Pokemon Yellow, then let's go to Pokemon Crystal. Give us the Crystal version, yet instead of just focusing on Suicune, we get the legendary birds, Ho-Oh and Lugia. And then we go on to the Sinnoh region, then we go to so on and so, not the Sinnoh, the Hoenn region, then we go to Sinnoh, and so on and so forth. We have so many regions, so let's go in the order that they went for in the game release, and as well as the cartoons, because that would just make kids so much more hyped up for Pokemon, and then eventually get to the Alolan, and then maybe the new region, if the new hardcore one has a new region. Now, how is that possible for Nintendo to do that? They've already shown that they can make physical copies for DLC. And a good example is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. This is a DLC game. This is for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You had to get this game by downloading it, or you can buy this physical. Now, it's a prequel, so it goes off its own thing, but you can still play this without having to play the original Xenoblade. They can do that with this. Now, is it going to be as much fun? You know, if you jump into Johto, you're going to question it, because if they do the Johto region, they can't go back to Kanto and have us battle. If they do, that would be awesome, but I feel like that would just be too much for a game. Now, the reason why I say that is because if they go ahead and just do something like this, just give it a physical copy even though it's DLC, you know, make it cheap, make it $30. Just give us the Johto region. We already played Kanto, give us the Johto, have us start over with either Pikachu or Eevee depending on the game that you chose, and then have us start over. We have to recatch all of our Pokemon. We have to go and complete the Pokedex again. Go on and go, so on and so forth. Go on for that. And just have us start over. Have us keep restarting our team over, except we keep our starters. Bring them back to level 5. Have us keep the moves though, because we've gotten attached to the moves, and then just go on from there. I feel like that's what they should do. They already made a lot of money off this game. This game sold a lot. This game has been huge since it came out. It's still a hot Christmas item. People are still wanting this. They came out with the Switch bundle. That Switch bundle is selling like crazy. I still haven't seen it in stores because they sell out. They have a great marketing. They have a great name. They have a great way to continue this. Give us Johto, not this upcoming next Pokemon game, but give us the following. Just trade off back and forth. Give us a new Let's Go, give us a new Hardcore. That would just be amazing and a smart move for them. That way they're profiting every single year, have 2 different teams, they each make a game every other year, and just go on and go for it, so that way they're not having to rush production, they're not having to rush anything. And I feel like Nintendo could do that. That's why I think like this could be a great way. If they go with this route right here, This can be an amazing series of games. It's simply DLC added onto one game, but it gives us that feeling that we're getting closer to a Pokemon Rainbow, getting all the regions, getting everything. I feel like if we can't get a Pokemon Rainbow with everything, this would be the best bet that we could get to it. This plus DLC added onto it. Now, for them to do that, they have to make the DLC cheap. They can't make it a full game. They can't make it a $60 because of the simple fact, it's just not going to sell as much. People are going to be like, well, I don't like this region. I'm not going to buy this one. I'm going to wait for the next region. So make it cheap. Make it super excited for a lot of people to get hyped up. You already got us a Pokeball. We don't need another one. We got a bundle. We don't need another bundle. If you want to do another Switch bundle, I say go for it, but you have to choose. You have to make the same Pokemon. We have to have Eevee. We have to have Pikachu. We have to have those two because of the simple fact, these are the faces. This is what people want. Now, not everyone's going to want this. Maybe everyone's going to want, you know, to choose the original Johto starters and just go from there. That's fine. But for me, this is just how I feel. This is how I feel like Nintendo needs to go for to make a great Pokemon game. And just remember, you guys, this is my own personal review. This is just me sharing my input and how I feel about this game. You guys don't have to follow this to heart. You guys, you know, it's just how I feel. And if you guys really do appreciate the same way, you know, you would be excited for this too. And I'm really hoping Nintendo goes with this. But we have to just wait and see how everything goes. Probably find out something next year at E3 for the following next game. So who knows? So yeah, that's gonna be my review, you guys. Like I said, this video has been just all over the place just because of how amazing game. If you guys don't have this, pick this game up. You're gonna want this for your Switch. If you already have it, you know, get hyped, get super excited, because I feel like this is gonna be something at the very beginning of a beautiful series that we're gonna get for the Switch, and it's just gonna make the Switch even more amazing. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like, just subscribe to the channel, share, let me know what you guys think, and be on the lookout for more reviews because, guys, I have about 70 Switch games. I'm playing them all. I'm going to be doing reviews. I'm going to be popping out more reviews than vlogs, so be on the lookout for that. I already got 4 more in lined up. I got to film and get taken care of. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, you guys. And like I said, just drop that like, drop that subscribe, and share. You know, show these videos and get other people hyped up. Let's get excited for a new Pokemon game. Let's see where Pokemon Let's Go goes to, you guys. So everyone have a great day, and I'll see you all again later.